Okay, I am going to show you guys how to use your one compact makeup. So if you got color matched by me, you either got color matched to 4 colors that maybe look like this, or maybe a more full palette that looks like this. And I'm gonna give you a step-by-step how to use the brushes, how to prep your skin, all of the fun things. If you were watching the replay, let me know replay, but this is going to be my like how-to video for my new customers, or maybe you're not a new customer yet and you are just seeing how SEINT works. So I'm gonna put my hair back a little bit so my hair can kind of stay out of my face. Hi Daisha, I love you too. Thank you. Okay, so I am putting my hair back here and let's get started. So first things first, skin prep. Hi friends, skin prep. Now, your makeup will never be a 10, no matter what makeup you use, if your skincare is not a 10, okay? So it's really important how you prep your skin, especially with cream makeup. It's even more important that you are using the right products. Hi, you guys. Hello from Australia. I love you so much. So I always use, my internet has been going kind of wonky lately, so you might hear me like cut out a little bit, but I will try to okay, anyways, so this is the SEINT Milk Cream. I truly believe that this SEINT cream was built, made, formulated for our makeup. Is it absolutely necessary? No. Do I absolutely recommend it? 1000%, okay? It is great if you have dry skin, oily skin, mature skin, young skin. It just evens it out so beautifully, and it is like my favorite thing to prep my skin with. And then I put my SPF typically on top. Hi, you guys. Hello, hello. Oh, yay. I can't wait for you to order too. So yes, you guys, I color match. And again, if you are watching this on the replay, that's because you are learning how to do your brand new makeup. But if you have not gotten color matched yet, I can color match you to this one compact. Just text that number or message me. Okay. So skin prep is really important. SPF is really important. I have tons of SPF recommendations. Just message me. I can let you know about those later. That's for a different live. But I get asked all of the time, what about primer? Technically, if your skincare is where it's supposed to be, you don't need primer. I also do have some great recommendations. Just message me. I suggest trying not to use anything with silicone. However, I will say there are a couple primers that have silicone that work really, really well. But you shouldn't need primer if your skin has adjusted. Okay, so first things first, this is the basic color match. Technically, you can get away with an entire face with these 4 colors, and I'm gonna break them down and show you how to use them. This really takes place of your entire makeup bag except for your mascara, okay? So when I color match you, I give you 3 brush recommendations, and I'm gonna kind of show you how this works. So I say if you are only going to use one, get the 3D brush or the detail brush. My personal favorite is the detail brush, and the 3D brush and detail brush are sort of similar. So how I use the detail brush is going to be the same way I would essentially use the 3D brush, okay? So this is, hi you guys. This is the 3D brush, and I'm gonna say this right now. If you are one of my customers and you did not order a brush, stop right here, come back to this video, go get a brush. I promise you're gonna need one. I did not order one, and after my first week of using SEINT, I was like, okay. They are, sorry, they're cut off from my internet. They are absolutely crucial to your makeup application. They were produced and manufactured for our cream specifically. Okay, so you have probably seen me on the internet. This is probably where you decided to get a color match. You maybe have seen me use the dot method or use a little brush to put my makeup on. That is a more advanced method. So I'm gonna show you the easiest peasiest way to start your makeup until you become more familiar with it, and then you can go to that 1 layer. So I will say that our makeup is kind of for that 1 layer idea. This is for the minimalistic approach. This is for putting less product on our face, so our product moves with our skin, especially as we age and we get older. Hi, you guys. So I can't see what some people are saying. Hi from Greece. Okay, so hi, babe. Sorry, my husband's in the background messing with the freezer. So the one layer cream system is really great for, especially when you're starting to notice that your skin is maybe changing, aging, you're getting more fine lines and wrinkles, you have more, you have like kind of that more movement. This moves with your face. So whereas a lot of our old makeup maybe didn't move with your face, it settled into your fine lines and wrinkles, maybe made you look a little bit older. This is where this is going to be kind of that problem solving makeup for you. Hello from Finland. Hello, you guys. So I am applying this color right here. You can see I have 2 skin tone shades. This is the main highlight. So if you got color matched by me, you will have seen in both your text message and your email that this says main highlight. You think of this like your foundation shade. So this is the color that's going to match your skin tone best. Now you're probably thinking, Kayla, but that's darker than what your face was. That's because this matches my neck. So when I color match you, I match your neck and chest. I don't just match your face, because if you're like me, you're probably wearing SPF and your face is a little bit lighter than the rest of your body. So I am using kind of the fatter side of the detail brush to kind of slap that all over. I'm not coming up towards my hairline just because I'm going to add contour with that here in just a little bit. So this is your main highlight, AKA foundation, AKA all over color, okay? Now, you will have a lighter skin tone shade. This in traditional makeup land is like concealer. So I am flipping to the smaller side of my makeup brush here, and I am tapping into that lighter shade, and I am just going to brighten the inner and outer corners of my eyes. So I'm not using a whole bunch of product underneath the areas where I have more fine lines and wrinkles, because really what we're doing is we're just going to accentuate that the more product we use underneath there. So I'm tapping inner and outer corner. Some people prefer a brighter under eye. Some people prefer a darker under eye. So I tap this on the inner and outer corners. Now I'm going to place this on the center of my face. Now the reason I'm doing that is because light brings forward. We want to bring forward the middle part of our face to give ourselves dimension. And I get the question often, well, why do you need a contour? What's the point of that? We want to bring that dimension back to our face that we naturally have. We maybe just like lose a little bit of, okay? So as you can see, I'm almost one color right now. I do have a little bit of dimension here, and this is why we want to contour. So you will also be color matched to this dark brown shade. This is your contour. This can also act as your eyebrow color and your lip liner. It's really amazing. Our cream makeup is just awesome. It's versatile. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the flat side of this brush, and I get the question, why, like, how can you use one brush with this makeup? These brushes are made to disperse the majority of your product onto your face so we can get away with that minimalistic approach and not have those like 8 or 9 different brushes all over your counter, at least like I used to have. The streaming has my voice going up and down to a deeper voice. Really? Is that serious? Oh my gosh, that's awful. Okay, hopefully that's not the case, because this is for my people to watch. Okay, so that they know how to use their makeup. So I am applying this contour along my hairline. Why we do that is we want to make it look a little bit shorter. We just want to bring some depth and dimension. And then what I'm doing now is I am coming where my, okay, thank you. Yay, thank you, hey Bev. I'm coming where my cheekbone is here, and actually I'm coming a little above it, okay? Poor connection, I probably cut out for a second. A little bit where my cheekbone would be, I'm coming a little bit above. If you're like, I just want to know where to find my cheekbone, you can think of the top of your ear and draw an imaginary line down towards the Cupid's bow of your lip, okay? So as you can see, I kind of just patted that on. I didn't do all this weird swirling. I didn't do anything like that. And this is how you're going to blend it. This is the thing that confuses everyone the most, is how to blend your contour, which makes sense because none of us grew up knowing how to blend contour, especially cream contour. So you can see I have kind of these harsh lines right here, okay? We're going to diffuse those. I'm not gonna swirl. I'm not gonna do this. I'm going to do some tapping motions, okay? So this line right here, all I'm going to do is I'm going to straddle that main highlight shade, your foundation, and your contour, and we're just going to diffuse those lines. Okay, I'm just trying to marry those two colors together so that they look more seamless. And then I'm gonna push up to my hairline because I got a white hairline there. And then now we're gonna come to this part. Did you see how fast that blended? Like you really don't have to do much. You just have to diffuse them. Okay, and then I have these two harsh lines here, right? I do not want to drag the contour down. If I drag the contour down, then my cheekbone comes down. I don't care what all the new trends are showing you. This is what I'm gonna tell you. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of come in the center here, and I'm just gonna start to flick up. Do you see how fast that contour just blended? I'm just flicking that color up, this line up, to diffuse these colors. Okay, that's all I did. Now, if you don't want this really like harsh line, I don't mind the snatched line. If you don't want that, go ahead and straddle that color again. And then there you go. You just softened it. Now, you guys, this makeup, you've probably heard me say all over the place, this makeup takes me only 3 to 5 minutes. It's not gonna take you 3 to 5 minutes the first time. It's maybe gonna take you 10 to 20, and that's okay, but I promise the faster you get, the easier, the more you practice, it's going to become so quickly. And sometimes people are like, hey, I still take 10 minutes on my makeup because I like to. That's fine. I'm just usually in a hurry and I don't wanna spend a bunch of time doing my makeup. So what I just did now is for connection, okay, we are back. I tapped in with my finger and I'm coming along the sides of my nose, and I'm not coming all the way out here where my nose is, okay? I'm staying closer to the center because I want my nose to look more slim. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of that and put it right underneath my lip. And this is just so my lip looks more pouty, okay? So there we go so far. Now, you could go as far as using your finger or even your brush and putting a little contour in this parts of your eye just to give yourself a little bit more dimension. We're not gonna do that because I'm gonna show you eyeshadow in just a second. Okay, there's your contour. We have our 3 shades already done. Last but not least, you will have gotten matched to a lip and cheek color. This takes place of your lipstick / lip gloss and your blush. Now, I am here to tell you, you do not have to grab the colors I suggest for you. You can grab whatever color you want. When I look at your picture, I just suggest what I think would look really good on your skin tone based on your hair color, your eye color, and the shades of your face, okay? So I am patting that on the backs of my cheekbones, and I'm gonna take that same brush. Remember, we're using the same brush for everything for these 4 colors, and I'm just gonna tap that color in. Now, the color I'm using is more of a tint, so it's not very overly pigmented. We have lots of colors that are very pigmented. I'm just using this color today because this is the color I really, really like, okay? So you guys, this is one palette. That's your one palette. Mascara, you're done. 4 colors, 1 brush, okay? Now, that's only if you asked for the basic palette. The basic palette is these 4 colors. But it's very possible you asked for a full color match, and what your full color match is going to look like is this, okay? So it will have looked like these 4 colors, but with those 2 add-ons now. Do you see the difference? Okay, so now I have these 2 add-ons plus some. Yes, absolutely, I can get you color match. I cannot see your comment after I close this, this live, so make sure you message me or text that number right there. And then I also match you to eyeshadows, okay? So here we go. And if you have any like areas like really dark circles or a lot of melasma or something like that, and I feel like you need some color correction, then I will do that. If you only ask for a basic match, I won't give you any color correction because this is what you're asking for. If you're asking for a full color match, this is what you're getting. Okay, so we just applied these 4 colors. Now, when you ask for a full color match, I also add in a bronzer suggestion and an illuminator suggestion. Are they like a have to have? No. Are they a have to have for Kayla Gibson? Yes. And I'm gonna show you how to use them. So in my color match form, in my email to you and in my text to you, I say detail brush and then the bronzer brush. So if you do add bronzer to your collection, I do suggest also getting the bronzer brush. I just think it is fantastic for applying, okay? So bronzer, you can use your finger to apply your bronzer, or you can use your brush. I'm going to show you both ways so that you can understand where the placement goes. Now, this is a 1-layer system, you guys, but the bronzer acts like a veil almost, instead of like an extra layer. So what I'm doing is I am placing my bronzer in all of the areas that I would get sun-kissed. So if I just went to Mexico and I came back, this is what I might look like, okay? So I placed it above my eyebrow and kind of below my contour, a little bit in the center. And you can use either side of this bronzer. This is Bella, yeah. No, this is Fiji. Either side of the bronzer blush brush. I like the smaller one. I just do, I don't know why. And I am just tapping. Our bronzers, these colors just blend beautifully. But you can see I'm a little bit more tan over here compared to over here. Now, if you want to apply it with the brush because you don't like getting your fingers all dirty like me, you can just tap in, and you guys, a little goes a long way. This is probably what's gonna happen to you the very first time you use it. Are you ready? You're probably gonna use too much. I did like the first week. So you're probably gonna use too much product, and that's okay because it is a learning curve. But a little of our product goes absolutely the longest way. Okay, so I think I've only been through 2 bronzers in my entire Saint makeup life. I think this is my number 3, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so I just applied my bronzer here. You can also apply it down your, you like that, cutie? You can also apply it down your neck. Okay, just to kind of blend everything pretty seamlessly. The next thing you're gonna get color matched to, which is also optional. So you guys, poor connection. Okay, we're back. When you get a full color match, you don't have to grab the bronzer and you don't have to grab the illuminator if you don't want to. These are just add-ons that I think are really special and gorgeous. So the illuminator is what you would know in traditional makeup land as a highlighter, okay? Think Becca highlighter, think MAC highlighter, and this is, we call it an illuminator because we are illuminating the gorgeous parts of our face. We're not highlighting. We already contoured and highlighted, okay? So I am placing this on the tops of my cheekbones because look at this. I mean, just, isn't that gorgeous? Then the center of my nose and Cupid's bow. Some people put it underneath their eyebrows. That's totally up to you. And then that's typically, you guys, this is typically your big color match. Plus you get eyeshadows, plus you get a, what's the word called? Color corrector if needed. Now, I'm gonna show you how to apply some eyeshadows and my favorite brush if you decide to get eyeshadows as well. Here are a couple things that you're gonna notice. You might hit pan, like so the pan on your creams early. That does not mean that you're almost out of product. I promise, promise, promise you can melt them down. Don't wonder, like, what are these questions? When you have questions, you get to text my business number and ask me those questions, but I also have a beauty group where I go over things like this. If you get yours and it has like little, it looks like almost like little bubbles, that's okay. That's part of the cooling process. These are creams. So they're melted down, they're liquid, and then they dry, and bubbles are part of that. It's like totally, totally normal, okay? So don't think like, oh my gosh, why do I have like little dots? It's fine, I promise. Okay. Now, if you're like extra like me, maybe you have some eyeshadows that you have your eye on. Now, the thing I love about our eyeshadows, like there's a couple things. Show how to melt. Yes, I will show how to melt. If you go to my, can you message me? I'm gonna send you to my beauty group where I do all of these kind of tips and tricks. Okay. If you're like me, you love eyeshadow, but you don't wear it all the time, but when you wanna wear it, you only want a couple. So I used to buy the Urban Decay palettes, which had like 12 eyeshadows or 10 eyeshadows for like so much money, but then I would only use like 2 out of them. No, the amazing thing about our eyeshadows is you get to pick and choose what you want in your compact, okay? Whether that's 1 color, whether that's 8 colors, whatever you want is what you get to choose. Okay, and ours are less than Urban Decay and MAC, but they're just as pigmented and you get the same amount. So there's that. This is my very favorite eyeshadow brush. You can do your entire eye look with this brush. This is the eyeshadow brush. So again, if you got the full color match, you got these 2 brushes, then you have 1 eyeshadow brush. And if you like eyeliner, you're going to get the etch brush. Okay, it looks like this. Etch brush, glorious. Best eyeshadow brush or eyeliner brush I've ever used. Okay, so I'm gonna use, I'm just gonna kind of show you how this makeup can, I mean, how pretty these colors can look and how I can do one full look with this one brush. I used to be the girl that had to use like 5 different eyeshadow brushes to get the eyeshadow look I wanted, and you just don't have to do that with our makeup. It's just so cool. So I'm placing this pink color all over. If you are curious about the color I'm using, it may or may not have been one that I suggested for you, but it is called Mama. It is a popular color among our Saintland users. And I am now popping Zion onto the outer corner of my eyes. I think Zion is stunning on so many eyeshadow colors. And don't worry if you're like, wait, slow down on the eyeshadow tutorial. I have lots of eyeshadow tutorials. I have lots of eyeshadow tutorials that I go very slow on. So don't feel like, you know, this is the time where you need to have the eyeshadow tutorial. This tutorial was mostly just to show you how to use the makeup, the brushes you absolutely need, things like that. Okay, now I'm gonna go into this color called Hot Chocolate. Can you guys hear me okay? My internet keeps coming out. So did you send me the full color match? I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. I don't know if I sent you a full color match. It would have included the bronzer and illuminator and everything but just the basic 4 palette. So I would have to look up your thing because I can only see your guys' usernames here. I can't see like, okay, I love when my internet cuts out. Okay, so now if you're like, okay, eyeshadow, but I also love eyeliner, here is the etch brush, and you might use a darker color to do your eyeliner. So I love, there's only a couple like actual eyeliner pencils I'll use. And other than that, I absolutely love using eyeshadow for eyeliner. I even use eyeshadow for eyeliner on my brides, you guys. Like it is rare that I will ever use a real eyeliner on my brides. Okay, so I just smudged that in there. And then you guys, all you need after this is mascara. I mean, am I someone who goes and uses tons of other makeup products? Yeah, I do, because I'm a makeup person. I love it. I love it. But really you only need one palette and mascara if you are just trying to get like the most minimal look possible. So I hope that was helpful. You can always text my business number if you're one of my customers to ask questions. You do get access to me in that way when you are one of my customers. So if you have any more questions, you can always ask. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day.